Namaskar. A very warm good morning to everyone present in the house. I am Meenakshi Dwivedi and I would request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir and Chairman of this session to for his blessings and his permission to start the event. Thank you, sir. It is my pleasure to welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dr. Rajendra Prasad Central Agricultural University and Chairman of the inaugural session, Dr. P.S. Pandey sir, who is gracing the occasion physically here. I also welcome our chief guest of the event, Dr. S.E. Dubey sir, Assistant Director General Plant Protection and Plant Safety and President-elect of Indian Phytopathological Society, who is joining us virtually. We welcome you, sir. I also take this opportunity to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Rakesh Pandey sir, President, Indian Phytopathology Society, who is joining us this event virtually. I welcome the illustrious phytopathologists of this country who have joined the occasion and the event virtually. Dr. B.N. Chakravarti sir, former President, Indian Phytopathology Society. Dr. A.K. Mishra sir, former President, Indian Phytopathology Society. Dr. H.B. Singh sir, ex-head of Department of Plant Pathology, BHU, Varanasi. Dr. Dinesh Singh sir, former Secretary, Indian Phytopathological Society. Dr. Robin Gogoi sir, Secretary, Indian Phytopathology Society. And Dr. Kajal Viswas sir, Secretary, elect IPS. I also welcome all the elite dignitaries and participants who are present in this house and as well as joining us through virtual mode. We have all gathered here to participate in the National Symposium on Climate Change and Plant Diseases and Zonal meeting being organized by Indian Phytopathological Society Eastern Zone from 23rd January to 2023, and we are very fortunate that Department of Plant Pathology and Nematology, PGCA, RPCAU, PGCA, PUSA, got a chance to host this August meeting. We are all very well aware that plant pests and diseases know no boundaries. In a highly globalized and interconnected world, it is not surprising that these can travel and colonize new areas. Radically and erratically changing climate is exacerbating this spread, creating favorable conditions for these diseases to emerge and re-emerge in newer areas.
पूर्वी भारत कृषि के पथ प्रदर्शक, पूर्वी भारत कृषि के पथ प्रदर्शक, शस्य श्यामला धरती पर नई कृषि तकनीके गढ़ते हम। जय 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 बिहार कृषि की नई ऊर्जा नई सोच हमारी, नई ऊर्जा नई सोच हमारी, नव बिहार का स्वप्न हमारा। शिक्षा शोध प्रसार क्षेत्र में नई ऊंचाइयों की अभिलाषा। जय 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 बिहार कृषि की, आओ मिलकर साथ बढ़े हम, सुजलाम सुफलाम का स्वप्न गढ़े हम। पुनः विजय हो बिहार कृषक की, जय जय हो इस पावन भूमि की। जय 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 बिहार कृषि की, जय 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 बिहार कृषि की, जय 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 बिहार कृषि की।
Thank you very much. Now is the time to felicitate the elite dignitaries present on the stage. I would like to request Dr. S.K. Singh sir, President Indian Phytopathology Society Eastern Zone and Organizing Secretary of this symposium, to present shawl, bouquet and memento to our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir and Chairman of the session, Dr. P.S. Pandey sir.
डॉक्टर साहब हेलो नमस्कार। रामायण में जब रामचंद्र जी वनवास जाते हैं तो उनके पादुका को भरत जी रख करके और उनका जो है ना हमेशा वो निर्वहन करते हैं। आज हमारे आप चीफ गेस्ट हैं तो बंधव प्रथम भरत के चरणा जासु नेम व्रत जाई न भरत। इसलिए मैं आपका ये जूम टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से मैं आपका स्वागत करता हूं यहाँ से हमारे चीफ गेस्ट महोदय का स्वीकार करें आप।
We would like to welcome. I would request the Honorable Vice Chancellor sir to kindly welcome the guest of honor of this session, Dr. Rakesh Pandey sir.
पांडे सर नमस्कार, मेरा ये स्वीकार करें हमारा वेलकम स्वागत।
थैंक यू सर।
आप लोग रिमोटली हैं।
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to request. I would also request our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir to kindly welcome the elite phytopathologist of this country, Dr. B.N. Chakravarti sir, with the bouquet virtually.
Chakravarti sir, welcome to this very important deliberations.
Sir, I would also request you to kindly welcome Dr. A.K. Mishra sir.
मिश्रा साहब को सादर नमस्कार। और
नमस्कार सर।
हमारे परम सहयोगी बहुत पुराने परिचित मिश्रा जी हैं तो
जी नमस्कार,
स्वागत,
धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Dr. S.K. Singh sir, President IPS Eastern Zone and Organizing Secretary of this symposium, to kindly welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir with shawl, bouquet and a memento. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Dr. Bimla Rai ma'am, Head Department of Plant Pathology and Nematology and co-convener of this symposium, to kindly welcome Dean PGCA Dr. K.M. Singh sir with the bouquet as a token of respect. Thank you, ma'am. I would request Dr. S.K. Singh sir to kindly welcome Dr. Bimla Rai ma'am with the bouquet as a token of respect. And on behalf of whole organizing committee of this symposium, I would like to welcome Dr. S.K. Singh sir and present him with the bouquet as a token of respect. लो बेटा। अब समय आ गया है दीप प्रज्वलित कर इस समारोह का शुभारंभ करने का। आशा सुराशी कृतदुग्ध आशाशुराशि कृतदुग्ध सिंधुम मंदस मितैर्न दितशारदेन्दुम वंदे रविंदा संसुंदरीत्वां। इन शब्दों के साथ हम माँ सरस्वती से ये प्रार्थना करते हैं कि वे हमें अंधकारमयी अज्ञान से उबार कर ज्ञान की ज्योति की तरफ अग्रसर करने का आशीर्वाद करें। मैं मंचासीन समस्त अतिथि गणों से निवेदन करती हूँ कि वे दीप प्रज्वलित कर माँ शारदा के चरणों में प्रणाम करें। शुभं करोति कल्याणं आरोग्यं धन संपदां शत्रुबुद्धि विनाशाय दीपकाय नमोस्तुते। दीपो ज्योति परं ब्रह्म दीपो ज्योतिर्जनार्दन दीपो हरतु मे पापं संध्यादीप नमोस्तुते। Now I would like to request Dr. K.M. Singh sir, Dean PGCA, for his formal welcome address.
Thank you, Dr. Meenakshi. On the occasion of the inaugural session of National Symposium on Climate Change and Plant Diseases and the zonal meeting of Indian Phythological Society, I welcome the chief guest, Dr. P.S. Pandey sir, or Honorable Vice Chancellor, the guest of honor, Dr. Rakesh Pandey sir, and the chief guest, chief guest, Dr. S.C. Dubey sir, ADG, Plant Protection and Biosafety, and all the distinguished panelists, Dr. Mishra, Dr. Chakravarti, and all those present in this hall, on the dais and off the dais. It is a matter of great pleasure that this National Symposium is being held here, and I hope that the topic, that is climate change and plant diseases, will be very helpful to address the contemporary issues of plant diseases which are arising due to the changes in climate. I would also like to welcome all the students, faculty, and the experts who are attached online and offline and attending this symposium, that these 2 days deliberations will be fruitful for them as well. I thank Dr. S.K. Singh and the local society of the local chapter of Indian Phytopathological Society, Eastern Zone, to give me this honor to introduce and welcome you all. And again, I welcome you all to these 2-day deliberations, and hope that these deliberations are helpful and useful for all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. S.K. Singh, sir, who is President of IPS Eastern Zone and Organizing Secretary of this symposium, for a brief introduction about the National Symposium that we are conducting today.
Thank you, Meenakshi. Today, Chief Guest Dr. S. Dubey sir, Assistant Director General, Plant Protection and Biosafety, Guest of Honor Dr. Rakesh Pandey sir, President Indian Phytopathology, Dr. A.K. Mishra sir, former President Indian Phytopathology, Dr. B.N. Chakravarti sir, former President Indian Phytopathology, Chairman of the session, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. P.S. Pandey sir, Dr. K.M. Singh sir, Dr. Bimla Rai madam, deans, directors, and delegates, and my dear friends. I'm going to brief about Indian phytopathology and this national symposium. This national symposium on climate change and plant disease is being jointly organized by Dr. Rajendra Prasad Central Research Society, PUSA, and Indian Phytopathology Eastern Zone with our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. P.S. Pandey, sir, as the patron and chairman, Dr. B.S. Brahmanand, Director Research and convener, Dr. Bimla Rai, Head Department of Plant Pathology and Nematology as a co-convener, myself, S.K. Singh, Professor Plant Pathology and Associate Director Research and the Organizing Secretary, Dr. P.K. Jha sir, Dr. Dinesh Rai as Organizing Secretary of the Symposium. As we know, Indian Phytopathology Society was established in 1947 by Dr. B.B. Mundrikar. Now over 2,000 members of the society are spread in India and approximately 50 other countries. The society has emerged as the third largest society of plant pathologists in the world. The Indian Phytopathology Society is a professional society for promoting the cause of the science of phytopathology. The society focuses on the field of mycology, plant pathology, bacteriology, virology, phytoplasmology, and nematology. It provides a unique platform to the scientists working in field of plant pathology related research to share their research achievement. It also keeps members informed about the various activities related to development of plant pathology and about members of the society. The society has been serving to ensure the food security throughout the world by providing appropriate platform for discussion and deliberation on burning issue of plant health through organizing national and international seminars, symposia, and publication of its journal, Indian Phytopathology. I am thankful to Indian Phytopathology for providing the opportunity to host the National Symposium on Climate Change and Plant Disease and Zonal Meeting of Eastern Zone. To conduct the symposium, we have eminent scientists across the country as a member of advisory committee like Dr. S.C. Dubey sir, Dr. Rakesh Pandey sir, Dr. Rabin Gogoi, Dr. A.K. Misra sir, Dr. B.N. Chakravarti sir, Dr. K.M. Singh sir, Dr. B.N. Panja, Dr. A.K. Senapati, Dr. S. Bhagat, and Dr. Jain Srivastava for maintaining the high standard of the symposium. Organization of this symposium is a imperative in light of various negative impact of climate change on crop production, including crop protection. Climate change has created several conducive environment for disease spread and proliferation and establishment of plant pathogen. Under such scenario, the Symposium on Climate Change and Plant Disease is organizing on land known as a workplace of Sir E.J. Butler, the father of plant pathology in India. Sir, this is the 2-day long symposium being held on 23rd and 24th January through hybrid mode, have inclusive participation and delegates across country. There are 7 technical sessions of the symposium, that is emerging diseases under changing climate, modern diagnostic tool for quick identification of pathogen, biorational management of plant diseases for sustained crop production and under changing weather, host resistance against emerging plant disease, new molecules in plant disease management, plant microbes interaction in relation to plant disease under changing climatic situation, and climate change and plant health. Sir, we have fairly large participation of delegates in the symposium through their contribution as a lead lecture, research article, oral and poster presentation, and abstract. A total of 16 delegates from 17 states are participating in this symposium. We have 4 lead lecture by stalwart plant pathologists, 90 research article will presented as a oral and 26 as a poster presentation. The symposium will conclude with prize award distribution in recognition to the contribution of researchers and scientists, followed by valedictory session on 24th January 2030. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you to chair.
Thank you so much, sir. Now moving on with the program. Our chief guest for the event, Dr. S.E. Dubey, sir, Assistant Director General, Plant Protection and Biosafety, President-elect, Indian Phytopathological Society. Stalwart in plant pathology, there is no need to introduce him. However, as customary to the occasion, I would like to apprise the august house that Sir is a bejeweled scientist in the field of plant pathology. His area of expertise spans from fundamental plant protection to plant quarantine, diagnostics, and IPM. Sir has undertaken many huge positions and responsibilities in ICR. He has, to his credit, a volley of high-impact publications and prestigious awards, and has guided many students in the capacity of a teacher and a mentor. I would like to request you, sir, for kindly enlightening us with a few words of wisdom.
Thank you very much, Dr. Meenakshi. Most respected and dynamic Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. P.S. Pandey Sahab, Dr. K.M. Singh, Dean, PGCA, Dr. Rakesh Pandey, Present President of IPS, and Dr. Bimala Rai, Head Division of Plant Pathology, Dr. S.K. Singh, President Eastern Zone of IPS, Dr. B.N. Chakravarti, Dr. A.K. Misra, and others, as has been told, Dr. H.B. Singh, Dr. Kajal, Dr. Gogoi, Dr. Dinesh Singh, all has joined this conference either physically or online, and all the participants. Welcoming you all from my own side for this symposium, and good morning to all of you. Let me congratulate the organizers, especially Dr. Singh, for selecting a very appropriate topic for holding the national conference in the Pusa. Because this is the Indo-Gangetic plain, which is much more influenced by the changing weather conditions. In the past, this area witnessed several outbreaks of epiphytotics like the red rot of sugarcane, wheat, loose smut of wheat, and so many. We know all this. So that's why this topic is very relevant and appropriate for the discussion. And maybe I hope that the symposium will lead a formulating the policies for implementing the research in the future in that particular area. Let's see if we all are knowing as a plant pathologist, host pathogen interaction co-evaluated. They're the coexistence of the pathogen along with the host. And we know that the climatic variability or climate change influencing the agriculture very much. The same way they are influencing the host pathogen interactions. And we all know that climate change it is an output of the interaction of the various biological phenomena. And this climate change is very variable nowadays. If you see the recommendation of Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the temperature is rising. There is a frequent extreme weather is prevalent in almost all the area. Even the emission of gases, greenhouse gases, especially for carbon dioxide, increased about 30% from last 15 years. So the increased temperature, increased carbon dioxide influence the environments, which leads to the development of the several diseases in the different way. It is impacting on that. Subsequently we will put the light on that one. And we all as a pathologist know that the disease is the interaction of host pathogen and environment. This is disease triangle in very, very basic classes. It is being taught to the students. And this variable climatic conditions were impacting on the environment, host as pathogen as well. In the case of the host, sometimes if the climatic variable are most favoring toward the pathogens, the host becomes vulnerable. If the environments changing in such a way that the plants always face stress, then it's become vulnerable, it's become susceptible to attack by a pathogens. Especially for the microclimate is much more very influencing such kind of the impact. But more impact of the changing weather is on the pathogen side. In pathogen side, if you look in different way, they are influencing. The first and foremost, which is very, very important, virulence pattern of the pathogen is changing. There are a lot of examples where the variable climatic conditions make the pathogens more virulent. As far as which is the Bengal, Bihar and Bengal and Uttar Pradesh is facing problem of the sugarcane tropical race 4. The entire countries believe that this is introduced, but personally I don't so, because this is the long back. In India also it has been reported that the race 1 and 2, which is prevalent in India, getting more virulence and going to the Cavendish. So there may be the chances that the virulence pattern of race 1 and 2 has been changed and it becomes more pathogenic on the Cavendish due to the interaction with the other populations, microbial population, the soil and host pressure of the Cavendish into the environments. So this becomes more virulent and coming under the Cavendish also. Similarly, Buckeye rot of the, if you see the rice case of Fusarium or Gibberella fusicori, high temperature and humidity, virulence pattern has been changed. Dry root rot is another problem where most of the pulses get infected due to the dry spell of the pathogen, dry spell of the weathers. This is even the other hosts which are very, very less infected by this pathogens getting more incidence. Similarly, sclerotinia stem rot, especially in the mustard and vegetables, especially in greenhouses, its incidence is nowadays increasing tremendously. Karnal banta feet is another classical examples. Earlier it was not reported in the Madhya Pradesh, which is the major wheat growing area of the country. Now some part of the Madhya Pradesh is getting infected the Karnal bant. So pathogen, its virulence as affinity toward the higher temperature is changing. So this is the very classical examples. False smut of rice, another example where the almost all the plain where the hybrid rice is being grown affected by. So this is the very classical example, some of them where the pattern of the virulence of the pathogen is changing. Another very interesting things, the climatic variable change climate is favoring the introduction of exotic pests, and our country is facing several exotic pest introduction in the past. Especially the insect pest is more introduced, but certain fungal pathogens also. If chrysanthemum rust, if you can see, high temperature is influencing several viral diseases, peanut strep viruses, sunflower downy mildew. There are certain examples where the exotic pest in chances of introduction of exotic pest has been increased due to the changing in the climatic variable. Entire only climate variable is not responsible, but there's the pathway by which you are introducing and climates becomes supportive for the establishment and introduction of the pest in the Indian scenario. That is important. So these are some of the examples I am saying, but what challenges still we have to face the climate change? Some of the points I would like to mention over here, which has to be discussed in, I hope they discuss during the time of symposium. Influence on biocontrol agents are predators and beneficial microbes are predators and parasites. Because this climate change is not impacting to the pathogen and host, but they are also impacting the beneficial microbes which are being used as a biocontrol agent or biopesticide. What that changes is there has to be discussed in the symposium. In our entire country, we don't have any systematic study to infer what contemporary effect or what kind of the effect is going on the pest and disease. Frequent scanty information is available, 2 years, 3 years data, but we don't have a particular host pathogen system baseline information and influence of the weather in long term, what is going on. Such kind of the experimentation or information is not available. Production model in a small area, specialized location specific model is there. For the larger area, the change of climate, what would be the impact on the disease development, this is also lacking. So prediction and forecasting model is required. integrated. So climate changing is then pathogens become virulent, hosts become more susceptible, so that we have to entirely change our management option. So we have to develop a new strategy for plant disease management. This may be the climate smart pest management option. A disease management option has to be developed, which should be dynamics based on the changing scenario of the pathogens as well as beneficial microbes which are already existing in the soil. Uh, Post-harvest losses is increasing tremendously due to this climate variables. So this also has to be addressed. Greenhouse problems increasing. Almost all the Professor Pandey also have seen over here. While visiting we have seen in the greenhouses, which in IRI, most of the time potato and cooker bits get failure due to the serious attack of the certain pathogens. So that means what I would like to say, the climate variables are changed, not only influencing the disease which is in the field, but also in the control conditions. They are also very much influencing the disease development. The main cause of this shifting of the long term, if you look, there is the shifting of the agroecological zones due to the climate change, so that the crop husbandry in that area is changing. The type of crop is being cultivated is changing. So which help into the emerging the new disease problem, complex disease problem, changing the host pathogen resistance also is changing. The pattern of resistance, even the lot of information is available. The expression of R gene is also influenced by the variable climates. So that also is changing. New races emerging in certain area. So that is also important. So in general, what happens, we can conclude that the variable climate change not only impacting the host to make more prone to the attack by the pathogens, but making the pathogens more vulnerable, more aggressive to cause the disease, and the pattern changing cropping system pattern influencing the complexity of the disease problem in that particular area, which has to be systematically addressed to design a climate smart management options. This in the nutshell is what we have to infer from this, and I hope this program will be successful, and some of the conclusions definitely will be emerged, which has to be helpful in the making the policy at the council level also. And I would like to congratulate to the Dr. Singh and his team, and especially Dr. Pandey. Very, very dynamic and very effective, very good. Rather, for we must have to such kind of the vice chancellors to the university to make visibility of the university at a large scale. So congratulations to you, sir, also for guiding them to hold such good conference and concluding the valuable information which will be helpful for the formulating the program at the council level and area specific program. And I am thankful to the vice chancellor, sir, and others organizers for giving me opportunity to be part of this function. And I extremely sorry once again I could not make it physically over there due to some other engagements, and next time definitely I would be there, and this is my pleasure also. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. You have aptly indicated towards the area of plant pathology where immediate concern is highly required. You have expressed your concern on the emergence of newer diseases and pests under changing climate scenario, which is really worrisome. The points to ponder given by you will be pivotal for us to design our research strategies effectively. Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Rakesh Pandey, sir, DART Fellow NAS, and President of Indian Phytopathological Society, illustrious name in the field of plant pathology. Sir is a world-renowned authority in nematology. His area of expertise tied over agricultural microbiology, mycorrhizal symbiosis, molecular and developmental biology. Sir has to his credit huge number of high impact publications, fellowships in prestigious societies as well as volume of awards. A highly decorated scientist and academician. We are very fortunate, sir, that we have got a chance to interact with you. I would request you, sir, for a few words of wisdom and expertise for this august house.
Thank you very much. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor P.S. Pandey sir, ADG Crop Protection, Dr. Dubey sir, my senior colleague, Dr. A.K. Mishra sir, ex-president, Dr. B.N. Chakravarti sir, Dr. Yashke Singh, my friend, great plant pathologist, Dr. Dinesh Rai, Dr. Bimla Rai, and all organizing committee, Dean PG, Dr. K.N. Singh Sahab, and all students and guests in this August auditorium. Friends, first of all, I congratulate Professor Singh and the university that they are organizing a two-day conference on climate change and plant diseases. Before coming on the topic, I would like to tell you that the IPS, Indian Phytopathological Society, is the third largest society of the world. This is a very big society and it has 8 zones, east, west, north, south. And especially this east zone meeting is organized by Dr. S.K. Singh and his whole organizing committee. So first of all, I congratulate Dr. Singh. Now, if we are talking about the Indian Phytopathological Society, the main objective of the Phytopathological Society is to avoid and cause the mycological and plant pathological losses. This is our first objective of Indian Phytopathological Society because we are taking care of whole country related to plant diseases and their management. Second goal is that to how to encourage and promote the plant protection research in India. Third goal is that to facilitate the closer association and relation among the members and other scientific workers in India and abroad. And last is that how we can disseminate the knowledge of mycology, plant pathology, especially virology, nematology, all these knowledge among the researchers. Nowadays, on this climate change and this topic, plant diseases, there is a lot of challenges in front of us. For example, we have challenge how to protect the sustainable agriculture and to enhance the food and nutraceutical security. This is the first goal, and whole country is working on this. And plant pathology people role become very important in this connection. And second, our objective should be there. Our goal is there that to protect plant health from biotic and abiotic stresses. Because here we are talking about the biotic stresses, how they are causing the disease. Third is that in this climate change era, to maintain the clean and green environment. This is a very important if we are talking about the plant disease management, so we cannot neglect the environment. Third is that very careful for emerging the new pest and disease. To think about biocontrol. Now you see the investment of the chemical pesticide for disease management a lot. For example, presently they have proposed $78 billion for the disease management. They have proposed. And in 2026, they are going to increase $105 billion. So how we can discourage this chemical pesticide to make the clean and green environment? There are only few options in front of us. Number one is that we have to select the proper biocontrol agent. That is the very thing. And second thing is how we can develop easiest formulation. nowadays, people enhance the resistance. Test by is also working very well in this area. Or another thing is that, is it possible we can make the consortia of the biocontrol agent, even some of the plant product, like in CSR CMAP, we have developed one calicarpenine from Calicarpa marcophylla we have isolated. And this is a very good plant growth promoter. So when we did experiment in a field, farmer field, with the combination of Trichoderma hertzianum, we have got a very good result. Why not we should work on such type of area to develop a consortia for the disease management. So these are the very, otherwise, everywhere, if we are talking about the student, a lot of the omics study is going on. For example, metagenomics, they are playing major role for developing a disease resistance against pest and pathogen. And transcriptomics, genomics, proteomics, a lot of things are there. So now we can combine them and to fight against the pests and diseases and to increase the yield, especially for the farmer field. This is our main objective, and we have to take more care about the environment. Clean and green environment we cannot avoid because it is directly related to human health. So by taking these on, we can proceed and develop a new technology, plant disease management. And this August gathering, one more thing I request all of you, my dear friends, plant pathologists, please join Mysore conference of the Indian Phytopathological Society, which we are going to arrange from 2nd to 4th February. It is my humble request, all plant pathologists, please join the hand at the Mysore between 2 to 4th February 2023. With this, I thanks once again Professor S.K. Singh Sahab and his all committee that they have given. Certainly, if I was physiologically there, then certainly there was more interaction. So hope in future I will be there in your great university. So once again, I congratulate to you and Vice Chancellor, sir, for giving a chance to Indian Phytopathological Society to organize this 2-day symposium. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir, for expressing your deep concerns towards burning issues of pest emergence under climate change scenario. Thank you for highlighting innovative solutions for tackling these issues. Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging and kind words for this August House. Moving forward, I would like to request Dr. A.K. Mishra, sir, former President, Indian Phytopathological Society, for his few words. Sir is a renowned plant pathologist and he is seen as an authority himself, a prestigious researcher, beloved teacher, and a wonderful human at heart. We welcome you, sir, for your kind words of wisdom and expertise. Thank you.
Thank you, Meenakshi. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor P.S. Pandey, a dynamic Vice Chancellor of the Central University at Pusa, and Dr. K.N. Singh, Dean, Agriculture, and Dr. Chakravarti, my friend, and past President of Indian Phytopathological Society, and Dr. Dubey, ADG Plant Protection, Dr. Rakesh Pandey, the present President of the Indian Phytopathological Society and the well-known nematologist of the country, and Dr. S.K. Singh, the organizing President of the Indian Phytopathological Society meeting at Pusa, Madam Bimla Rai. My association with the university is a long association, and because I studied in Pusa and my father was also there. So my association is always there with the Rajendra Agriculture University. And I feel that the dynamic Vice Chancellor has joined here in the university. And so the progress of the university will be very fast. This symposium, which is climate change and plant diseases, is a very well thought topic. And I feel that in recent changing scenario, climate change is we have to focus our attention for several important diseases. In recent time, the banana race 4, banana wilt race 4 has emerged as an important disease. And Dr. S.K. Singh is also involved in that work. And I think that this problem has emerged because of the favorable climate now the fusarium is getting, and perhaps due to that, this problem has emerged, and we have to manage it by somehow or other. And this is very good that the government priority is also on the natural farming and Javik Krishi. So I feel that the management of this, which is very important, maybe by the bioagents, which is actually the actual things for the management of wilt type of diseases. No other, I think the chemicals and other factors are more important for this management of this disease. Similarly, we see that there are several other diseases which are climate based. Means in case of mango, I can just say that the powdery mildew was once a very important disease. Now I am feeling because of the higher temperature, sometimes these diseases are less in the area of mango growing areas. Similarly, for other diseases also, mango malformation, for example, which is a national problem, has come down as a because of the temperature rise. So there are sometimes this climate change has reduced the disease pressure also, but some other diseases which are increased also. So we have to see and make a balance and have to protect our crop by suitable means. I will not like to speak more on this occasion of inaugural session. I will just my congratulations to the organizing team that they are organizing this symposium at a very prestigious university of the national, that is National University, Central University. And I thank Vice Chancellor to giving the all facilities for this symposium. Actually, myself and Dr. B.N. Chakravarti wanted this thing in Pusa campus. And so we requested Dr. Singh to be the leader of this symposium. So I wish this 2 days discussions will be fruitful and something will come out, emerge out of this symposium. All the best. My thanks to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words and encouragement. This will be pivotal in conducting the symposium successfully. Thank you so much, sir. Moving on, I would like to request Dr. B.N. Chakravarti, sir, Chief Editor of Indian Phythopathological Journal of Indian Phytopathology. Sir has worked on molecular and biotechnological aspects of crop protection and improvement. He is an illustrious scientist himself, and we are very opportune that he is with us today. We request you, sir, for your few kind words. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. And when India is celebrating 23rd January, remembering Netaji, we are also remembering our institutes, beloved institute, where we are organizing this Eastern Zone meeting. Honorable Vice Chancellors, Professor P.S. Pandey, under whose leadership, ultimately, these National Symposium on Climate Change and Plant Diseases by the main leaderships of the Zonal Presidents, Dr. S.K. Singh, has been finally launched. So this is the dream come true. Whenever we have dreamed, Professor Mishra was telling that how we have dreamed about these institutions. I have visited this institute earlier during one occasions, but now we are all assembled here to witness our main vision and missions during the change of the climate and plant diseases. All the basic informations have been definitely dealt by Professor S.C. Dubey, ADG, and he has clearly pointed out all the name of the diseases where we should concentrate and where we should work out, as well as Professor Pandey also given his very good initiative talk on these particular aspects. My mission here for attending this conference is to encourage the young research scientists to come forward and take these challenges. I'm happy that lots of attendants who are now attending these conference will deliver their views, research findings, there will be interactions, but I request as an editor-in-chief in Indian Phytopathology to develop good research findings and communicate and publish in the journals Indian Phytopathology. That will be good for the communications to the whole world. So that is the best things which we should also remember during this event. And publications of the abstract volume and the content of these symposiums should be taken care by journal president for future linking those scientists for any other research activities or any other activities related to the societal development. I thank all of you to rather allow me to join this program online, and I'm happy that we are all interconnected from every zones. That is the best things, that is the best world, that is the best work that has been achieved by the leaderships of Professor P.S. Pandey, Vice Chancellors. Thank you all for your kind concern, and I am happy that this conference will be more successful than any other events so far. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for those encouraging words. And this will definitely uplift our spirits. Thank you so much, sir. Moving on with this program, now is the time for release of this souvenir, which has been compiled with carefully putting together all the abstracts of the papers to be presented either orally or via a presentation mode. So I would like to request all the dignitaries present on the stage to kindly release the souvenir. Thank you. Now is the time for presidential address by the chairman of this session and our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. P.S. Pandey, sir, for his kind words to this august house.
सबको सादर नमस्कार. Good morning to all of you. Most respected Dr. S.C. Dubey Saab, the Assistant Director General, Plant Protection, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, and my very good friend from last 2 decades. Today we have also Dr. Rakesh Pandey, the guest of honor of this very important symposia, Dr. B.N. Chakravarti, the editor of this Indian Phythological Society, Dr. A.K. Misra, the very renowned pathologist of this country, my colleague friend sitting on the dais, Dr. K.M. Singh, Dean, Postgraduate Study, Dr. Vimla Rai, Head, Department of Pathology, Dr. S.K. Singh, the Organizing Secretary of the Symposia and ADR of this university, my colleague friends, all the deans, the directors, faculties, head of the departments, the participants, students, boys and girls, the media present over here. On behalf of Dr. Rajendra Prasad Central Agricultural University, I welcome you all for this very important national symposia that is organized by none other than Indian Phytopathological Society. As you know, that this society is very, very renowned society of the country, not only country, but it is globally recognized society all over the world. From last 80 and onward, I have very good association with this society. When I was a student in IRI during 80s, then also I was very much, familiar with this society. The contributions made by the society, and it's a very old society and very related with the independence. The society foundation was laid down during 1947. It is another historic event attached with this society, and this society from time to time they organize on relevant topics, various deliberations and recommendations, and a lot of contributions that has been made by the society, particularly in agriculture and in general in science. So the contribution is well known. This particular national symposia, when Dr. Singh came to me that we are going to have this symposia here, so I was very happy to see. But at the same time, earlier it was planned to have in the physical mode. Later on, based on the, nowadays, Corona again is spreading. So finally it was converted in hybrid mode. So of course, as it was mentioned by our earlier respected speakers, that there was a dream to organize this program in this university, but this dream I want to convert into reality by organizing this, our society's program in physical form. So I request in the next 2-3 years, whenever that is at the national level, when all the chapters all together they organize this kind of program. So I request the president as well as our today's chief guest of the function, Dr. Dubey Sahab, to have this program in our campus physically. This society's topic, if you see, the climate change and plant disease, very relevant topic. When anything comes for the change, it disturbs. The moment you change, things are disturbed. Whether it is your classroom, It is in your family also, when you are changing your address also, when you are changing your, location also, anything change, it's a very, very difficult to, something people realize, something the ecosystem, it feels something that yes, change. So change is always a very difficult to accept. And when it comes for the climate change, that is now buzzword. Climate change means entire system is changing. Now, if yesterday you see it was very shining, it was hot yesterday. Today it's very foggy. And while coming over here, the persons working in nearby my campus, I could see they were talking about ye to climate change. You see how the climate change is now realized from the a small worker to top scientist. That is the change. Change is very difficult, but change is must. And until unless there is a change, there is a variability. Nothing can come very efficient and very desired. So change and variability is very much required. Though that change, when it comes for the climate change, our entire science is working. We are working that how to cope up with this climate change. And the topic, the major impact of the climate change comes on the our system, biological system, and particularly you see the diseases. Diseases are very, very pertinent as far as climate change is concerned. And science and society, they are very linked, very linked. We do science for society. How science is going to help to the society. Now we have to rethink today. The science is mostly, people are more concerned about the publication. This is the high time to bring the science for societal need, societal services. That kind of science is very much required rather than only for publication. Yes, publication is very much essential. Good publications are very much essential. But at the same time, we have to address the society need. And in this scenario, if you see the past, we have our glory, the India's glory in science. India has a lot of glories in science. Today, the entire communication system is based on radio frequency. Entire communication today, whatever your mobile is there, which is dictating your society, that is based on frequency, based on the radio frequency. Who discovered radio frequency? J.C. Bose. Who contributed? India contributed in that. That is the fundamental, science which was discovered by the Indian, and today it is dictating the entire world. That is the science. Today, everything is governed by IT, information technology. And information technology is facilitating about your system, delivery system. Whatever things were done earlier by manually, it was taking too much time, too much space, location, everything. Now it is delivered through the IT tools, IT science, information technology. And information technology is based on what? Information technology is based on 0 and 1. That is the binary system. Who discovered 0? It is you. It is India. It is the science from India. Entirely, today this is being governed by the, all this universe is governed through this IT technology. So you are the science from the India, from the scientists from the India, the society from the India, that is the leading in science. If you remember, Space Research Organization, our satellite, it discovered that yes, there is a possibility of water on moon. Who discovered? You discovered. And when you are talking about the climate change, that is going to be a place to see again further discovery and other exploration, how to bring that kind of things. So it is you to discover. When you are talking to development of the science and converting that product into technology, earlier it was taking too much time. But India has demonstrated its power. Whenever there is a crisis in the world, there is a problem in world, India always comes forward and they provide the solution. And Sarve Bhavanti Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya is the basic principle of our Indian philosophy. And you are the witnessed during this COVID period. The vaccine, which was taking 10 years, 20 years, you scientists, we scientists from India, we could show our potential when there was no even anything was produced earlier, within this much of sort of time. But you could demonstrate that yes, we have the capability and capacity to demonstrate to the entire globe, entire world, that what is science with the India. So Indian scientists, India's science is always, recognized. And during this COVID period also, not only in India, we could show that we have exported our vaccine also to other countries for the welfare of the society. This is the science. And that's why we need today science and scientists for this kind of service to the society. Of course, I am not the domain expert in pathology, but my discipline is linked with all the disciplines. Statistics deals with no discipline is beyond statistics. Everything is, the entire universe, rule is counting. Everything is governed by number. So, I have a good association with the pathologist. I remember my days when I was in IRI staying, and today I could see Dr. Dubey Saab, he was staying in IRI where I was also staying in the same apartment together, and Dr. Biswas, Kajal Biswas, Dr. Gogoi, all together were staying in the same building. So I am very happy that all people are today, they are joining this program, and I do hope that this 2 days deliberation, certainly it is going to bring so many recommendations and effective recommendations. The recommendations comes, but I hope that some effective recommendations will come, and out of that effective recommendations, some of the recommendations will be certainly a very powerful recommendations for the country, for the planners and policy makers. And with this, I do hope that this 2 days deliberation, some of our participants are from outside of the state. I am very happy. You see, 17 states participants are there. This is not a small thing. More than 120 publications and presentations that is going to be organized. So, and I hope that this 2 days deliberation certainly will give a new sight for our particularly youngsters, students and researchers particularly, who are just to enter in the mainstream of scientists and other academic. So it will be very much helpful. So with this, I wish all the very success of this program for this 2 days symposia, and I am very much thankful to all the society's decision makers, particularly the executive committee, for choosing our location of this university for this hosting this program. I am very much really thankful to the president, secretary, all the persons of the society who has given us the opportunity to organize this program in our campus. I am very much thankful to Dr. S.K. Singh. He deserves a special appreciation for this kind of program. The coordinator Meenakshi Dwivedi and the reporters, all reporters also. I know the job of reporter is very, very difficult, and I do hope that the reporters are recording all the deliberations and recommendations very minutely. So with this, I once again welcome you all for this program in this university. Thank you. सबको बहुत बहुत हार्दिक आभार, धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, sir. You rightfully said that change always disturbs the harmony, more so when it happens in the climate, the governing force of this ecosystem. You laid importance on the refined publications, effective research strategies, and development of a niche at societal level for combating the impacts of radical climate change on agriculture. Those belligerent words of yours have definitely encouraged us and lifted our spirits to focus even more towards elevating climate change to keep the agriculture sustainable. Thank you so much, sir. Now we have come towards the end of this inaugural session, and for this I would like to welcome the head of the Department of Plant Pathology and Nematology and co-convener of this symposium, Dr. Bimla Rai ma'am, for a formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable Dr. A.C. Dubey, Assistant Director General, Plant Protection and Biosafety ICR, and President elected IPS. Our guardian, Dr. A.K. Misra, Dr. B.N. Chakravarti, and all renowned members of IPS who linked in this inaugural function. Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Dr. P.S. Pandey, Chairman and Patron of the National Symposium on Climate Change and Plant Diseases. Guest of Honor of inaugural function, Dr. Rakesh Pandey, Professor Emeritus and President of IPS, New Delhi. All Dean Directors, librarian, unit heads, HODs, teachers, scientists, non-teaching staff, members of organizing committee, all the participants, online, offline, students and media bandhu. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks on this special event on behalf of Department of Plant Pathology and Nematology, PGCA. First, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. A.C. Dubey, ADG, for giving time from his busy schedule with us in this inaugural function. Sir, it is our proud moment of all plant pathologists. The IPS Symposium is organized at the place of Sir E.J. Butler, father of modern plant pathology of India, and Dr. B.B. Mundukar, founder IPS. Sir, really we all honored you are here for blessing us for this inaugural function and success of the symposium. Our word may not be sufficient to express our sense of gratitude to our guardian, Dr. A.K. Misra, Dr. B.N. Chakravarti, and other renowned scientists and members of IPS. Sir, I again want to express my sense of gratitude to Dr. Rakesh Pandey, who blessed us in this inaugural function of symposium. I believe this symposium will open the new dimension in field of climate change and plant diseases. I am also thankful to Dr. KMC because this plant pathology and nematology department is running under the umbrella of our Dean PGCA, and he is our mentor, and without his guidance, this national symposium was not possible. I am also thankful to the convener of this symposium, our director research, for his all support. Every time he guides us for this inaugural function and the success of this symposium. I am also thankful to the members of organizing committee. Due to their hard work, today we are here for the inaugural function of this symposium. We all are knowing that the strength of this symposium is Dr. SKC, no doubt, but thanks are also due to Dr. P.K. Jha and Dr. Dinesh Rai, co-convener of this symposia. Sir, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, the chairman of this committee, symposia, and the patron. Sir, my sincere gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for his valuable guidance, constant supervision, and inspiring encouragement under dynamic leadership for this National IPS Symposium. Sir, first time this prestigious symposium is organized under your umbrella. Many, many thanks. I am also thankful to all the deans, directors, HODs, unit heads are present here for the moral support to the symposium for grand success. Sir, we are knowing that students are the strength of this university. And this time, the students of plant pathology and nematology proves that this true. From morning to evening, their dedication, their hard work proves that the symposium, and today we gather here for the success of this symposium, this inaugural function. My special thanks to our dear students. I would also like to thank our media person for their valuable presence, recognition, and publication of this National Symposium on various platforms. I would like to thank you all who have directly or indirectly involved and supported this inaugural function and 2 days symposium. In last, thanks to all, and we want to blessing and guidance for 2 days, our Honorable Vice Chancellors.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A small note that high tea has been arranged on the outside of this hall, and after half hour of break, which is at 12 o'clock, we all will assemble here for MJ Narasimha Award contest. Please, thank you.